Hi, Brooke here from How Organics. Now, today it's like my birthday here. I have had tons of seeds delivered to me and I really love this day. I have my tomatoes on this side, my favorite ones, and some pepper, some radish seeds, some carrot seeds on this side. I have cabbage and all the brassicas here, and I have my leeks here. Some of the herbs are here. So today is the first day that I'm going to start sowing. It is slightly later than I would have loved, but things were not happening as fast as I was expecting. So I couldn't start sowing on time. So timing is very crucial. I still have still about late in 10 days, but we can still catch up. It's been very cold here. So and I haven't set up my greenhouse yet. We're gonna see how we set up that greenhouse. So the first seeds that I'm gonna start will be starting in the house. So I'm gonna use my radiator heat to assist with germination, and that's an easy way to do, especially when you have a small garden. You don't have so many seeds to sow and you have only a few trays, so it's easy to do them on your windowsill or by your radiator for germination, to improve germination. And that's one of the things to extend season is to sow them early and to see them. But still there's a problem there. If there's still frost outside, you might not be able to plant them, so they might get very lanky and very tall when you keep them by your radiator in the house, because they wouldn't get natural light, and they always try to get a natural light. And so we need to just take the balance when we decide when to sow them, so that we'd be able to plant them in a good time, so that frost wouldn't affect them and we don't lose our seedlings. So with that, I'm going to start today. I have my seeds here. Today I will start. I always love to start with tomatoes. Tomatoes are my favorite crops to plant. This is because we start them early, maybe March. So usually I do it 1st of March. Today is 11th of March. I'm off by 10 days, 11 days. I start them on 1st of March and I see them grow. I do them at home first, and then you have to pot them, repot them, and then you plant them outside. So from March up to July is looking after phase. So you see so much change, but you haven't harvested yet. And around June, late June, July time, you can still get your first or second tomatoes, and that is very exciting. I really love it, and they go on like that until November if you have a good autumn time. So November will be the latest you'll have them here if you don't have heated greenhouse. If you have heated greenhouse, you might push it further. So it's very exciting. From July to November you can harvest them, but you have to put in the work from March up to July, and I just really enjoy that. It's just like our fruit trees, but fruit trees that you don't wait for 7-10 years. Just like you start them in March, and in 7 months time you get all the produce out of them. So I start with those usually, and they need a lot of care as well. They need 18 degrees centigrade, and the other is 18 to 21 degrees centigrade, and pepper as well. They need a hotter temperature, and they take a long time to germinate, those guys. So I'm going to start with those, and then I'm going to sow the rest in due time. Okay, it's tomato time. So the first thing I'll do is just fill my trays with soil. So I have this tray of 150 seedlings in it, and I have different varieties of tomatoes here. I have Sakura tomato, which is my favorite. If you're looking for a very nice red cherry tomato, this is a very delicious tomato. I've been growing it for 4 years. It's called Sakura. And I have Yanni, and I have Sindel. Sindel is it's a bigger size tomato, and I really love it for salads and for saving as well. It is a very good tomato type, Sindel. I really appreciate this variety. I've been growing it for 4 years as well. And Clementine, this is an orange type of variety. The other two are Roma and Yani are a dwarf type or a bush type variety. These are called indeterminate, and they just grow high as one vine, but these ones stay low. I prefer the vine ones in this country as well, because it's very humid and very damp, so you need to get rid of all the leaves so that there's no blight building on your tomatoes. And it's very hard to do on bush varieties, but the indeterminate varieties, they just grow high and you just keep cutting the suckers and also the leaves up to waist high, and that will allow air movement within your place. But these ones I'm trying this year to see at the corners of a polytunnel, which is very short side, so we're going to try to grow the bush varieties on that side, and on the middle we're going to try to grow the indeterminate. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 types of varieties to go through. I love sakura, so I'll also more of this, and I have my 150 seedling tray. And so the first thing I do is I just fill it up with soil. This is an organic Clansman potting or seed substrate. It's a very good soil. If you are in Ireland, it's very to access. I think it's a German company producing it, and now they have a peat-free type as well that you can use. So. So then finally, once you just give them a very light coverage of soil or compost at the top of them. It doesn't have to be compact. The seedlings need to be able to push it out through, but they need to be covered to encourage. Now the next part is watering, which I'm going to do outside of here, so that I don't make a lot of mess, which I usually do. So yes, that is it. Our tomatoes are planted, so I'm very excited. I'm going to do a lot of sowing now of other types as well, and then I'm going to be done for the day. So thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.